We join founders Hope and Julie, as they are preparing for one of their first experiments in this project. While neither would have dared the other into actually doing this, now that they have been roped into it, they are somewhat curious about the whole experience. This project, to understand more about interactions and cause and effect, would one day go on to, not just provide the lifeline they all needed to avoid catastrophic breakdown, but to revolutionize and reinvigorate their whole society.
Well, here we are. After all the work we have all done to get this ready, I am half anxious to get this over with, and half terrified at the experiences to come.
I am sorry that I was trying to have a little fun at your expense. I thought it would be a bit funny if you had to be a part of your own study. Now I am roped into it too, but despite how nervous I am, I do admit that this sounds very interesting. I am curious to see what we find out. But remember, don't everyone laugh too hard at us. We might be first, but I can guarantee that we're not going to be the only ones roped into doing this study. You all will be next.
Starting off, my ultimate goal is to understand better cause and effect as it relates to our long-term mental health. This is meant to analyze the effects of both things and people. Madness does not come you all at once, and even with digitally enhanced memories, we still do not realize the true significance influences play, even in our own lives. It was for this reason why I wanted to do a detailed analysis of how we perceive, and are affected by even the smallest of influences. By having at least one other person look at the most personal inner workings of our mind, there will hopefully be enough objectivity to see how everything does truly affect us, in both the long and short terms.
What we experience on a day-to-day basis is influenced by the memories of everything that has led us to this point. Every experience is inseparably connected to a lifetime of other experiences. For example, fond memories of cooking desserts at home with parents can forever associate certain smells or tastes with fond memories. Even when we are not thinking about the specific memory, it colors our thoughts anyways. The same is true for bad memories, and the somewhat illogical fear or discomfort that can follow. This is why I advised to have generic scenarios first. We cannot just leap into another person's thoughts and be objective. We are unquestionably going to bring our own experiences and biases into the mix. We would not be able to be objective. Since our experiences are based on a lifetime of other experiences, we cannot help but to insert our own biases into the interpretation of their thoughts. We would be too biased, and this would cause more problems than it helps. If we run through generic scenarios first, we can gain a base of similar experiences, to help us be able to better understand and relate to the thoughts of others, when we need to feel them, and analyze them ourselves. Or to put it in other words, when we see a puffy cloud or other random patterns, our minds almost instantly make sense of them with information we have experienced in the past. We see animals, or other things from our experience. With all incoming information, our mind does similar things. Then based on deep histories that quickly color our feelings, we know what is going on, and decide what to do next. This is advanced pattern recognition. Without enough similar experiences, there would be a disconnect if you feel the thoughts, senses, feelings and emotions of another person, but without a similar enough library of experiences to draw on.
So basically, we have to go through a guy simulator to understand what it feels like to be a guy? That is too weird to think about.
It's not necessarily a guy or a girl simulator. What we need are enough experiences for us to be able to decently relate better to the life that the other person has led. How we experience our world and make sense of everything in it depends on the library of knowledge and experiences that we have gained up to that point. The scenarios are designed on an educational level to build up our library of experiences, so that we will have the ability to understand better what every moment means to the individual, whose mind and thoughts we will be looking at. Since I am in the education field, I helped pick relevant topics and details that we need to include in the scenarios we made.
In the drama department that I am a part of, we use plays and the dramatic arts to create experiences that help us understand our world and get empathy and compassion for others. A movie or play is fake. It does not threaten, because it is not truly invading anyone's privacy. yet at the same time, it helps us go through a similar enough experience to what others have gone through, that we are better able to relate to them, to understand and empathize a bit more. The whole project is designed to help us find ways of helping us all live more happy and meaningful lives in these very long years we all live. We are very protective about our innermost thoughts, and they could easily be used in ways that would quickly and permanently ruin any relationships we now have. We must be careful to understand and with empathy, relate to each other, so that we can be a support and very close ally, rather than the alternative. With the loneliness that we have all felt, it might be nice to have someone that both knows you and loves you, having more tools to use and being able to better be there for us. If done right, it would be nice to have someone that close to us, that can really understand and be a support in times of need. Being in the drama team, I took the educational requirements for experiences and hormones that we need to include, and created stories that will neatly put them all together.
The pod is already loaded with a number of scenarios. This will not be a real-time simulation. We were able to compress the experience. Since your mind is capable of processing information more quickly than it naturally occurs in the real world, we were able to make it seem like you will be there longer than you actually are. This should speed up the time it takes you to get used to everything. Since it is ready now, who is going first?
Well, might as well get this over with. No time like the present. Wish me luck. I am not looking forward to this.
You are going down hard. Wait, oh no, this must be a joke. Guys, enough is enough, let me out of this one please. Guys, come on.
Wow, nice. Oh wait, this is very weird. You know, I think I changed my mind. Well, this was fun. Look at the time. Okay, let me out now please.
Yes, nice. Not very helpful for the project, but this one sure is fun. I could stay in this one a while. The wind seems so great.
Okay, that lasted all of a minute and a half. What next? Maybe we should not have joked around so much.
No, we just needed to, a tiny bit. Now we will be serious. We better block her real memories temporarily, so she does not know that she is in a simulation. She will get more involved in the scenario, and feel less self-conscious, gaining the experiences she needs. Once she has learned and experienced enough, she will forgive us.
Sounds like it would be better to not know you are in a simulation. I would be too self-conscious also. But remember, I will make sure you all go too.
1 hour later.
Oh wow. 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 That was. Wow. I think I will go hide now, if you don't mind.
The next evening.
That was the most interesting experience that I think I have ever had. And I have been alive for a very long time.
I know. I am right there with you. That was certainly intense. It was so confusing being in there, not remembering anything, even who I am. But I did really start to relate better to what others go through, and how others see the world differently. I almost can say that I have walked a mile in their shoes now.
Yes. As much as I hate to say it, I think that I will have to do this a lot more, before I am ready to feel what a real person is thinking, especially if that person is someone who is very close to me. Feeling the thoughts, hormones, and everything a made-up person is going through is intense enough. But when it involves someone in my life, that interacts so closely with me all the time, that is something else. Sometimes I think I am crazy, and should never have opened my mouth. But we all have been through so much together. These long years are so hard to deal with. I know my husband as well as it is possible to know anyone. We have been through our share of good times and bad times together. The support we give each other has proven more worthwhile than the things that had annoyed me. I know full well he is not perfect. I know that there will be dark things in his mind that I really do not like. But if you add all the good and bad together, he is amazing, and has always been there for me. Knowledge and good does not exist in a vacuum. It is the total of all the good and bad decisions, all the experiences, the pain, the pleasure that all adds up to who we become. There are dark or embarrassing things we both want to hide, but if we cannot be there for each other, and figure out together, how to make this eternity work, then who will?
I know that you are right. I never would have gone through with this if I did not. As much as it pushes me, and embarrasses me, there is no one else that can help us. We are the parents and the founders of this society. Everyone looks to us for help. But I need help too, and I know my husband does too. I really think this will work.
This interesting project would ultimately open the doors to a completely new way of life for the society. It would prove to be one of the most important research projects in our fight to save us from our darkest, weakest, and most tragic times in our history. It would help breathe a new life, and propel us to the powerhouse that we are today. Please stay tuned for more unexpected developments in episodes to come.